the phone. But does anybody have any updates from any deals or any questions before we dive into finding and negotiating deals today?
Well, yeah, on the mobile home park in Cedar Park, Matt asked me to contact the lender to find out, because the same lender that did the deal for the present owner. So I asked the listing agent, who was the wife of the owner, for contact information, and we have a group call this evening at 5:30 with the owner and the bank, because I can't figure out cash flow if I don't know the rates. So that's at 5:30. I'm very tenacious. I'm not letting this one go until unless it breathes its last breath. Even then, I'll try to revive it. So just letting you know, 5:30, have a call.
Okay, beautiful. And this is the one on Coral or a different one?
This is the Flower Bluff Mobile Home Park in Corpus Christi.
Got it. Okay, cool. All right, anybody else? Matt, any updates on Corpus?
Yes, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Texted me 2 seconds ago. Sellers should be getting comments and feedback tonight. We're ready for signing tomorrow.
All right.
And I looked at 25 units in Victoria, Texas today. They wanted 1.85, and then I also looked at another 40 units in Victoria. They want 3 million, and they have a $2.2 million loan assumption. And it was a really good agent. He fits in very well with what we do. And I was like, how many people do you know in this city that think this way or operate this way? And he said 0. So I was really excited that we have a good guy in Victoria if anyone ever needs a connection there.
Where's that at? Victoria.
It's an hour north,
Yeah.
northwest of Corpus.
Sweet. What about any deal on the apartments?
Which one?
Victoria apartments?
Yeah, hopefully. I mean, we're going to make offers on them.
Sweet. All right. Anybody else have any deal updates? Kate, are you back off the phone?
Yes, I am.
Great. Do you mind just introducing yourself real quick and who you are and what your goal is with joining the entrepreneur community and how people can help you? Cade's Cade's a new member who just signed up on Saturday.
Just joined. Looking forward to getting to know everyone. And the biggest reason that I joined the community was really to get that community feel, because I moved down to San Marcos in May. And I've gone to a lot of networking events and different like investor meetups, but I haven't had that just continuous community where we can pitch deals together and get to know each other and grow together. So after listening to Matt and Alex at the workshop, they don't do real estate like the majority of people, where they're coming in as collaboration, and I wanted to be a part of that and be a part of the growth that they're doing. So that was one of the biggest reasons that I joined. Another reason was just to have that partnership, so that whenever I go out and I'm talking to clients or sellers, if I find a person that wants to sell an off-market deal, I want to know that I've got people in my corner that can help close it. Whether I want to go in and buy it myself, or if I want to wholesale it or list it, I want to have those connections with those people that are able to get stuff done. So, but my name's Cade Ruthon. I came from the Texas Panhandle, the Amarillo area. I got my real estate license and started investing back in 2019. Right before I moved down to San Marcos, I started a real estate team up in Amarillo. So I've got 2 agents on the ground They take care of all of my stuff up there. And I'm looking to get more involved in the investing side down here in Central Texas, but I'm also open to bringing on a few agents on my team.
Beautiful. So the Tuesday calls that we have that we're having right now, what we do is we call and negotiate deals, just like we did at the event. But community members bring opportunities. Me and Matt have opportunities that we call and bring y'all into. And the purpose of this is to find opportunities that people can turn into deals. And so hopefully that's what we're doing today. Is we have some either sellers, wholesalers, developers, agents, brokers, whatever identified. We're going to give them a call and see if we can negotiate and work some opportunities. And then on Thursdays, we have the pitch. And the pitch is where community members bring a deal to pitch to the community, to me and Matt, to other community members. It could be just like we did at the event as well. Could be something that they're looking to raise capital for. Could be a wholesale deal they have under contract that they're looking for a buyer on. Could be a flip that they want, a partner to come in and run the rehab for. Totally open. We send out a little bit of a structure to, help guide you on what to bring, but you can pitch any deal that you want. So, all right, if y'all don't have any questions or anything.
I do have one question. Where do y'all buy? Like, I know y'all got that one that y'all are looking at in Florida, but are y'all looking all over or mainly just in Texas, Central Texas?
All over, Cade. Just to give more clarity too, like, man, your eyes look really cool on this video. They look purple on my end, but all over, man. I mean, we're looking for value, right? So I was in Victoria. I've been in Goliad. We have something in Kingsville. We like Texas. We like areas where jobs and people are coming, but we're open-minded to any opportunity. We had somebody from Michigan at the event, somebody from Virginia. So wherever there's value, the biggest thing that we have to nail home is we don't do easy deals. We don't do the deals that you just easily come across. Like, I really want to figure out how to work some kind of bullet point or criteria, and also how we want to be pitched, because it's like, tell us the backstory, tell us why you have this deal and nobody else does, why the price is significantly better than what anybody else would pay. Like, you start hitting those bullet points because they're out there, right? And people bring these easy deals that you just stumbled upon. It's like, hey, get in there. The more we can show people, and a lot of people here, they get it quickly, and we can show you like what we're looking for, the easier it gets to do these deals. Like the guy I met today in Victoria, he quickly grasped the concept so that he can go work them and then bring them to us. So it's wherever there's value. It's really, does it cash flow? Are we buying it 15 to 20% below what we could immediately sell for? And then let's get in there and work it. But we would encourage everybody to think no deal's too big, no deal's too small. As a team, we can go raise money, we can do more together. And then on Alex's point, Cade, when you're working a deal and you run into a roadblock and they're not answering, or you had a bad phone call, let us call them as a totally separate person and listen in, and let us come at it from a different angle and ask questions in a different way. And it's just, there's so much value that can come from that. I mean, probably I would think, like, for example, any deal you're working, if we would have been able to jump in and then you back out and then you come back at some point, we probably could have got you 10, 20,000 off on every single one of those. Right. And vice versa. Y'all can help do that for us. So this isn't the Matt and Alex show. This is the entrepreneur community. Everybody here can help everybody. Everybody has different skills, but we have to hammer home. No average deals, right? It just makes what we do pointless, because we're 24/7, we're hustling, we're finding these deals. So wherever there's value, if it's in Hawaii, if it's in Germany, we'll dive in on it. We'll fly out there. We're flying to Pace. We're going to Colorado next week. We'll look at anything. And really, it's how do we find something that we're proud of, that we can give to our kids, that will cash flow, and not just all these quick average deals, because you'll run out of money. You're unable to scale. You're unable to give investors good returns. But all of us together have so much power to raise capital So we just got to get out there and hustle and find a deal with a really good story. So like the Corpus deal, right? Here's the story for anybody here that doesn't know. Guy bought it for $3 million. He lives in Oregon. It's 36 units. His loan balance is 1.9. He lives in Oregon, so he's not able to manage it or run it effectively. And so we're able to come in and buy it for the loan amount, essentially, plus 100K on top of it. That story in general is good, right? Then we could probably sell it for 2.4, 2.5 immediately, and we'll figure that out real time by marketing it to people. Okay, second thing, value. Third thing, does this thing cash flow? Yes. So those few boxes make it a really, really good deal. And then let's engage and let's go get it. And you don't have to overthink this. You can find the story out up front. What's the motivation? What's the opportunity? And we can vet out a lot of the bullet point details as we're under contract, right? That deal, we have 45-day due diligence, 30-day extension, 60-day close. Pace Florida, we have 100 days. So time is always a significant value as well. So to answer your question, anywhere there's value. I mean, even the deal you have with your mom's property, like we'd be open to investing in that, right? But what's the value? And if we don't invest in it, that's totally fine too. Like we're here to help. We're here to give resources and guidance the best way we can, as people are here for us as well.
Yeah, I know. Like after that event, I tried to get more information about it, and it seems like if I text her personally, she'll respond. But as soon as I text her about the property and hey, like now that we know this, what do you want to do? Like where are you planning on going? It's like she just doesn't want to talk about it right now. So I think I'll give her a little bit of time and then push it a little bit more. Like, hey, if you really want to get this sold, like let me know what you need to do.
Well, that's a perfect example, right? Is like me, if she wanted to talk to us, we're never going to go. If anybody ever introduces us to someone, we're not going to approach the conversation that is going to make anybody look bad, right? Including ourselves. But if we were to talk to your mom, hey, I met these guys, they're investors. Would you talk to them and have a conversation? At a very minimum, we might help her get clarity. And most likely there's some way that we're going to provide her value. So right. Like that could be that alone. Hey, will you talk to these guys? And maybe her hearing it from us, comes off a little bit different, right?
Yeah. I think a lot of the issues with communication, because I worked it all the way to the day before closing, before it terminated. But I realized like, if I wasn't her son and I was just another agent working this deal, I think we would have better communication. But the fact that I'm her son, it's like, I'll see him next week, or I'll tell him next time I see him, and she's not as communicated with me.
Yeah, I mean, we've all probably experienced that, right? Like, our wife tells us something, but then someone else tells us something. It's like, whatever it is. So I get that completely. But we're happy to have you, man. April put in the chat that she doesn't live too far from you. So if you guys can connect, I think that would be a great thing as well.
Yeah, I'm in New Braunfels pretty often too. So I definitely would love to meet up.
Yeah, put your number in the chat if you can, and be good if you introduce yourself as well on the Entrepreneur Community Facebook page.
Okay, yeah, I'll do that.
Jeremiah, do you have a question?
I only realized that I thought this was the pitch call. I got my days mixed up. So I totally got an update on the opportunity in San Marcos that I posted on the Facebook group a few days ago.
Hey, Jeremiah, and I think Alex will definitely vouch for this. Even though this isn't the pitch call, nobody here is ever going to tell you not to pitch a deal. That call is just specifically for that. So, I mean, we're here to help each other. I mean, Alex, right? It's like that's just specifically for that, but go ahead and pitch away if you want.
Well, good enough. Am I allowed to share screen? I don't know. So I can just tell the story. I posted the a link on Facebook group a few days ago. Essentially, there's a house that is in San Marcos, backs right up to a permanent green belt. So nice location, nice home, all this stuff. The former resident passed away and had a reverse mortgage on it. The heirs grossly overpriced it. The home is very dated, like, looks like it was exact same aesthetic of when it was built in, well, I guess looking at Redfin, it says it was built in 83, renovated in 1990. Yeah, it looks like it hasn't been touched in 34 years. Long story short, it sounds like the reverse mortgage folks basically have 90 days for the heirs to sell it before it gets foreclosed on. I'm not an expert on reverse mortgages or how that works, but they're definitely under the gun because it's already been on Redfin, on Zillow, on all those things for about 45 days, 43 days, something like that. And long story short, it's listed at 565. They've already cut off well over 100,000 at asking price. Based on conversations with the realtor, et cetera. I think a offer in the 475 to 500 range would probably be accepted because of the external pressure to sell. Needs, $50,000 would go a long ways to making this thing look great. And I'm not a realtor, so would need to do a little bit more digging on proper, resale value, but conservatively 725 or higher. But I don't know how low we can get on that price, but I do know that there's a very loud, blaring external forcing function on the sale. So there's that. The realtor, I don't know how he got connected with the family or the heirs. He's in Huntsville, I think. So not anywhere nearby, and he primarily does land. It doesn't typically do residential. So he's definitely in the can we please dispose of this as soon as possible type of mood. And the heirs also have no other interest other than can we sell this as quick as possible. So it smells like an opportunity to me.
Okay. What do you think would be the best way to go about it? You want to call them together or?
So let me follow up on the other side, how I found this deal, which is, so my business is called Renovation Sells. For those who don't know, I work in the space of renovating homes for sale. Most of my clients are kind of your typical John and Jane who lived in a house 30 years and are ready to, get a condo on the beach. But their realtor says, your house looks like 1990. Let's bring it up to speed and we'll get a much better value on your sale. Obviously, there's the very clear crossover to the investor community looking to buy homes that look dated, are distressed in one way or another. My business, Renovation Sells, is a franchise, so I operate basically everywhere from Dripping Springs up to Temple, centered around the Austin market. But I do have a colleague who owns the territory, San Marcos, Kyle, Buda, and all in there. So he's the one that found this deal, and was like, hey, do you know any investors? He's not well connected with the investor community. And I said, hey, let me talk to my group, see if there's interest. So I think the next thing to do really is to get my colleague Tony, who owns the Renovation Sells franchise down in San Marcos area, on a call with that realtor and anyone on this team here.
Oh, well, you let us know, man. We'll be ready. That's great. I mean, these are the ones that are going to start popping up more and more.
Yeah, I think so.
Reiterate, guys, Jeremiah is a contractor in Austin and somebody that we trust. So he'll do a great job if anybody needs help there.
Oh, and hey, while I'm at it, Matt, thanks for the connection with Tiffany. We had a great conversation and a lot of opportunity there. So
right.
That's the thing I love about this community. It's just meeting more people, find ways to help each other out. So
that's the goal, man. I mean, there's so many ways that's the dream. That is the dream. There's a lot of wisdom, there's a lot of knowledge, there's a lot of areas, right? I mean, it's hard to find good people in different areas. So it's a blessing that you guys are here. We were re-inspired at the event. And I just keep coming back to I don't know a group where you can go and just take deals and they really want to do deals with you. Like we're the guy that I was doing those deals with today in Victoria has got 10 single family homes. And I was like, you should own this apartment with us. And he never thought he could own one. So that's the goal. And Corpus, just to get this on y'all's radar, this is a very real one. Y'all can all invest in the deal. If you guys have investors, like just start approaching the other people you talk to as well, as an entrepreneur, as this community mindset, right? Like share deals with people, get deals in front of people, be a value add person. And if you help us raise capital, we'll get you paid. If you invest in the deal, we'll get you paid. I'd love to buy these things cash, right? But we got to get $2 million together. So that's not easy, but it's absolutely possible as we have more and more people. Cool, man. Thanks for sharing that. And also to reiterate on what Jeremiah said, like you guys need any kind of connections, contractors, designers, lenders. We're always wanting to give those out. And I'm sure y'all are as well.
Yeah, I was about to say, Jeremiah, can you put your contact information on the chat
For
box?
sure. Absolutely.
Thanks.
And great way to go, you're going to go look at flips, get Jeremiah to get you a quick bid and use that when you send it to the seller when you're negotiating. All right. What else? Talk to me, guys. Xavier, Michael, Raquel, Timberly, April, Rob, Andy, David, what do you guys need? Let's help each other out. Who's got some challenges? My challenge is raising capital for Corpus. You heard that. I put it out here. What do you guys got?
Hey,
Trying to analyze this deal so we can call this person.
Which one?
It's a 12-unit apartment complex in Houston. They don't have a T12, and they also don't have a profit and loss report. So I'm just going off of like the blunt rent rolls that she sent over.
Okay, let's walk through it real quick. Total, so 12 units.
Yep.
You may or may not have this. If you don't, we can maybe estimate it. But 12 units. What's total gross revenue? Like how much is this bringing in if you collect all the rents?
99,600.
Okay, so that would be 8,000 a month. Is that anyone got
Yeah, 8,300. All the units are rented out for 700. Two of them are rented out for 650.
Okay, so
And
8,800 a
only 4
month.
of them are on a contract. The rest are month to month.
Okay, so 8,800 a month it's bringing in.
Mhm.
We would assume that half of that is expenses, so we'll call it 4,000 a month in NOI, and that's not. I'm not factoring in vacancy right now.
Right. She says it's 100% occupied all
Okay.
the time, but I was running my numbers at 90%. So
All right, don't tell me the actual answer. But do you have a price right now? Do you already know the price?
for what they're asking or the cash.
Just what I'm gonna guess. I want to see.
Okay,
You know what
yeah,
they're asking?
Yeah.
Okay. So it's 12 units. It's bringing in 8,000 a month.
Mhm.
Would you say it's in a like a desirable area, or is it kind of out in the middle of nowhere?
I don't really know Houston that well. I mean, they seem to be okay looking units. I mean, they look decent compared to other things that I've seen.
Okay. I'm gonna guess they're asking 1.4. Way off? High? Down. Okay. What's the condition? Like is it good or?
I mean, it looks pretty good to me. I'm sure you could put a little bit of work into them. They didn't put a whole bunch of pictures on here.
Okay. So I was just thinking, I was just shooting high, but if it's 8,800, so 888,000, we'll put out the 1% rule,
Mhm.
which would mean that it would cash flow. So then it would really come down to what do we think it's worth? Like, are we below value? And back to my point earlier, what's the backstory, right? Like, is this shopped to everybody in the world, or do you have this for some reason?
It's on Loop.
It's on LoopNet. It's been listed for a while.
Let me see the date.
Like what? Tell me this. Why is there a reason that we're talking about this, that you like it more than just anything you would stumble upon, or is it just something you're just kind of?
I mean, the pricing is what hit me because I was just like 12 units and what it's priced at. It's priced at 950,000.
Okay.
So I was just kind of like, let me dive into it. Somebody that I was cold calling the other day and just made a connection with because she does a lot of commercial. So, I just wanted to kind of test myself with the numbers and kind of see if maybe it is a good deal.
Yeah, it's great.
It was updated, or it just came on market November 3rd.
Okay. No, it's great. I think the more of these, the better. And the more of these conversations with these agents that do this. So at $1 million, the mortgage, taxes, insurance, and everything would be what?
That's what I was trying to figure out. Like so they pay water. So they pay, the owner pays $500 a month for water. So that's $6,000 a year that they help pay for water. Electric, they help pay $20 a month for the outside electricity to be on. So that's $240 a year. And then the taxes are estimated to be $17,000.
Okay.
I don't have the insurance.
If somebody can do a mortgage calculator, it'd be amazing. I'll just tell you the way I do it, and we'll see how it comes out. I've told you before, I think you might have heard this, Timberly, for every 100,000, it's $800.
Okay.
That's taxes and insurance, and that shifts as rates change. So you really got to conceptualize this, but try to keep it simple. So 100,000, $800, right? 200,000 is what?
So then,
Right. My guy over here got it. This guy's helping me work on the house and he's nailing it. Come on, baby. All right. So 100 is $100,800, right? 200,000, what is it?
$1,600.
16. 300,000, how much?
24.
24. So somebody check me on that. That's just, and I factored that in with taxes and insurance. So 1 million is what?
8,000.
8,000, right? So Timberly, 1 million's 8,000. That's taxes, insurance, and maybe a little bit extra for maintenance. Like it really might be like 7,000. I'm trying to be conservative. So if they want $1 million and your debt's going to be 8,000 all in, and you're bringing in 8,000 rents, it doesn't make sense, right?
right.
So that's why you want to get that at the 1% rule, which would be if it's 8,000 rents, you want to buy that for 800,000, because then your debt's going to be a little, but you want to even be better than that if you can be that. But the reason that I like that is it makes you instantly know where this deal needs to be to halfway make sense.
Right.
And then you jump in and have the conversation with the seller to see how much better than that can you get to really make the deal really be good.
Right. Yeah. I kind of like lowballed her a little bit. Then I told her, we're buyers at 850,000. And then she just replied and said, "Is this all cash?" ? And then from my notes the other day, she had told me that they're willing to owner finance this property, but with 60% down financing for 10 years.
So this is what I would do, and everyone might have a different strategy. So when she says, "Is it all cash?" to me, what she's saying is they would consider that. Right. I know what it feels like. So give yourself an out, because we're just dancing here. Right. And say, "No, but it's all cash at 700,000. Right. Because you already know if she'd consider that. So try to go get a little bit better than that.
Okay.
It's the little things. Like that's a really important thing does that, you guys get that?
Right.
Like she gave you a little clue.
Right. Okay.
You wouldn't ask that question if it wasn't interesting, right?
Right.
So now we got a new baseline. Like always try to get a new baseline. What I was doing when I was talking to those agents, what do you think it's worth? It's like, she should think it's worth what it's listed at, but 95% of the time they tell me a lower price.
Yeah.
So keep the ball. It's really important to understand that you can never, for the most part, I mean, you can, but in general, you can't go down on your price. You can always go up. And one thing that we're operating on more than ever is we're just operating on the mindset that there's no buyers. The Corpus deal that we were doing, the Clute deal that we have, the Thibodeau deal that we have, like all these brokers keep saying there's other buyers, there's other offers, and it's just proven that there's not. So we might be wrong. We will be wrong eventually because the market will change. But we're just going off the fact that I don't think anybody's buying. So let's be even more disciplined and more aggressive based on that fact. And that's a real market fact. Like we've literally had 3 brokers tell us they got other offers coming in and they don't. Good job. Is there something else you want to talk about on that? Or no? But also, Timberly, just remember the follow-up's going to be big, but then that lady somehow she's tied in with investment properties. So if she knows you 5 years from now, that's a huge win. Michael, Xavier, come on, guys. What you got?
Can I share what I ran into this weekend?
Yeah, come on, Michael. We'll get you
I've never done this, but I found it intriguing. There's a property in Del Valle. It's a single family, and the husband and wife are splitting up. It's listed by an agent. They just listed it for $299. The interesting thing about it is that $172,000 can be it's assumable at a rate of 3.25. So the agent does anticipate this to be an investor type deal coming in with cash on the difference. But in looking at the property, I like the location because it's close to Tesla. It has easy access to I-45. It's an established community. So I think it fits as a rental property. It's 3 bedrooms, 2.5 bath, 1,400 square feet. However, just kind of eyeballing, and I don't know dollar amounts as far as repairs. The property was built in 1999. So it's dated. Could use some work in the back patio, paint, upgrade the kitchen and bathrooms. There's no carpeting. It's 2 levels, masters downstairs. So the property just sits really well. I don't currently own anything. So I don't have anything to put into. So if anybody is interested in that, but for me, my interest, and it was the 172 at a rate of 3.25.
That's great. Is it a real deal? Like, is it ready to go? What do you think?
I just went to go look at it, and these were the thoughts that I've had since I saw it on Saturday. I know that I'm not, other than because I've been self-employed for about 1.5 years, so I don't have the 2-year tax returns and all that. So I know what it takes for qualifying because I'm in the mortgage industry, but I just can't let go of that 173, being the rate of 3.25.
Amazing.
The other piece, I would not buy it for $299. I would say maybe $40,000 worth of repairs. I wouldn't exactly know how to work the numbers, but I know that I wouldn't buy for $300,000. I would definitely, if I had an opportunity to purchase it, I would definitely make maybe about a $250 offer, because it is a split between, they're splitting up. They're going to want something. They got quite a bit of equity in it, but I don't think someone just coming in would pay that much because of these repairs probably that would appear on the appraisal.
Yeah. Well, let's make them an offer. Let's go 250. This is something that's really important. It's okay to offer and not end up buying the house, right? But let's just, if you like it, you got a backstory, you got logic behind it, let's dance. And we got your back.
Okay.
You want to do it right now?
Yeah, let me get her number.
Oh,
okay.
Beautiful. That's how you do it right there. All right, Michael, talk to me, man.
What do you want to hear? Here, I'll circle back.
You feeling good? You got any needs? You got any You got
Hey,
anything
money, bro.
working?
It's
You're
money.
too good. You're too good at this business to not be bringing deals, man.
So I've got, well, let's see that 3 acres here. I'll just put this in the chat. So I got hold of all those, the zoning change stuff. So, been pitching that around to a couple developers. I think, this one's, to be honest, I don't really know where else to go with it. I think I just need to get it in front of the right person to see how we can make a deal. I think last week when I talked about it, Alex mentioned about something we wholesale it, which would be great, make a couple $100,000 off it. I think with that one, like I don't know where else to go with it and how to turn that into something. But
so it's not, just to clarify, it's not going to be a listing, correct?
no, so I don't have an exclusive right at this moment. But I'm trying to add value to the situation to see if I can get that exclusive right, or if somebody says, yeah, that's a great deal, I'd say, hey, we'll sell it to you for 2.6 or whatever, and then come back to him and say, hey, I'll buy it for you for 2.3. Let's go. He wants to get a certain number, and just seeing how we can. Just going to flip it around, see what the take is on it. So
yeah, I mean, land's developer or wholesale or a list.
Yeah,
but like we got to get you, diving on some of these subject to deals, or just there's so many out there. Like we got so close. I am close on one, and we can call them where it's a subject to in Temple, and there's so many listings right now. If you were to just go like, 300,000 and less, and just start calling these realtors. Yeah. Some of them are going to go do subject to with us because they don't want to keep paying the mortgage.
Yeah, I came across one yesterday. Divorce situation here. I'll put the address in here. Divorce situation in Leander. Todd Bailey is the listing agent. He called me about it. Asked if I knew anybody in the area who would be looking for something like that. Oops. Sending that wrong chat box. So walked into this. The house could probably be turned around into be a rental right away. It's a pier and beam, so there is some issues with some of the piers, but I think that would be pretty cheap to get fixed. They sent me over about 20 minutes ago the inspection report from when they bought it. But 1,600 square feet, converted garage, 3-bedroom, 2-bath, massive lot in Leander. What is it? The third of an acre. No HOA. They're wanting 285 for it. I threw out 250. And he goes, yeah, looks like we're too far apart. I said, well, let me know how serious they are.
Yes. Let me call him. You want me to call him?
You want to call Todd?
Yeah.
You got his number?
No. Can you throw it in the chat? I don't think I do, at least. I just put the chat and the address in there. I'll call him. I mean, that's what I'm saying. Like, bring these, and then, we could just get one right here. Okay.
You know Todd Bailey, though, right?
I don't think so, to be honest.
Okay. Hold on a second. My kid's saying something.
Xavier got close on one in College Station. He said, I think this is a good deal. And it was gone a couple hours later. So yeah, it probably was.
Hurt my soul, dude.
All right. You're on the right track.
Yeah, I actually thought about what you said about raising capital and all stuff. So I've been having conversations with people that are interested in investing.
Good. Well,
and there's this one lady that is a regular at my work, but she always pulls up in a G-Wagon. So I'm like, you got to be doing something right. So I had a conversation with her. She went to A&M and everything, and her husband's an entrepreneur. I think he does something with like coin trading, but he makes an insane profit on them.
Yeah.
And she's looking to passively invest her money into real estate and all that. So trying to build that relationship so I can have access to capital.
Good, man. Well, best way to start is just start getting deals in front of them. Okay, thanks, man. Right in here. All right, Michael, got it. All right, I'm gonna call Seminole.
All right.
That's on the market, Michael?
No, it's not. So they're probably not going to come to market until February. But when I met with the seller, the owner, they're looking. So I asked him, I was like, what do you plan on doing? What's the best case scenario? He goes, hey, if we can get it done so they can, part ways, walk away with a little bit of equity, and then we'd be great. So, but Todd's got the exclusive, so I didn't want to, step on anybody's toes. So then that's when I started talking numbers with Todd.
Okay, so what do you think? Should I tell him that you sent me this, or?
Yeah, just say, hey, I was talking to Michael. He told me he had this property. Instead of,
Cool.
gave me a number to reach out. So
What brokerage is he with?
he's with EXP now, so he might try and get you to come over. So careful.
I'll get him on the reverse.
There you go. Yeah.
Hey, this is Todd.
Hey, Todd, this is Matthew Typke over at TRE here in Austin. You got a couple
Matthew, how
minutes?
are you, bud?
I'm good, sir. How are you?
Good. What can I do for you, my man?
Well, you can help us figure out ways to work together and build together. Michael told me that you had a listing or coming soon on Seminole Road in Leander.
Oh, yeah.
So, one, I'd love to talk about that, but bigger picture, we're actively acquiring deals. We're getting very creative, doing some subject to, cash deals or buying apartments. So, would love to just put that in the back of your mind. Like, we'll partner with you. We're active. So we want to buy properties all over Central Texas, South Texas, and we're closing. Anything you find, we're happy to have you represent us or get paid, or we'll figure out how you can get some ownership. So we're just looking for opportunities while the market is the way it is, and love to get you to know you more as well and see if there's ways we can work together.
Hey, man, I got my kids with me. Can you buzz me tomorrow? I would love to have this conversation.
Let's do it, man. I'll call you tomorrow.
All right, thanks.
All right, later. Playing the game, baby. Long game. We'll see what's up. I'll call him tomorrow.
Yeah.
And I will call him tomorrow, 100%.
Yeah.
All right, I'm going to call my my subject to deal that I'm working just to see if I can make it work. So this was in Temple. He kind of changed his mind and decided he wanted to list, which is fine. But I'm going to see what's up.
Your call has been forwarded to an automatic.
Try him one more time.
Your call has been forwarded to an.
So this was brought to me by Ryan, Tessa's husband. I'm going to call Ryan real quick to try to get him to find more of these, and maybe he can give you all some tips. Says he's going to call me back. All right. All right, guys, come on. Who's got something? Let's see. I mean, and if you don't have anything, it's fine. Like, do you have questions about how to bring these to the table? How to just get a list of these things, 5, 10 of them. Xavier, you should be having 5, 10 a day, man. Manuel, you too.
Okay, for me, honestly, so the only thing I'm working on is actually graduating from ACC. So it's actually this Thursday. I'm excited for that.
Love it.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
congrats.
So the next step is passing my real estate exam and then choosing a brokerage. But more on the, like you said, the things that we can help on apart from networking. I'm not quite sure if I told some of y'all. I usually hop around on the TRE meetings or the monthly meetups. But I wanted to say that when it comes to houses, my stepdad is actually he has a concrete business.
All right.
And I'll set the information down as well, but he does residential. Pretty much anything that has to do with concrete, foundations, driveways, stairs, sidewalks, anything like that, he does them. So I'll put that down there. And if y'all are hungry too, that's my stepdad. My dad, he has a restaurant in Maynard. And so if y'all ever want to try Mexican food, I don't know if y'all like Mexican food or anything like that, but yeah, just hit him up over there. Also send the information down at the chat.
Come on.
Yeah, he has one in Maynard, Coupland, close to Elgin, Dale, and Pflugerville. So that's 4 locations right now.
Love it, man. So he's a hustler. You got a business.
Yeah, every day wakes up at 4.
Getting him to buy some real estate or what?
Right now he's focusing on just getting more capital.
Yeah.
So
You should
yeah,
talk to him. Hey man, you should look at investing in some deals.
I'm actually telling this Saturday now that I think about it. But yeah, I mean, I'll put all the information down in the chat, so I got y'all.
Beautiful. All right. Rick is working on the RV park. Rick, I just want to walk through that to see, will it cash flow and what would that cash flow look like? And if it does, then it's going to be a lot more interesting.
Sure. I get it.
Cool. Let's see who else. April, how you feeling? Do you need anything?
I have a quick question about the Pace Florida deal.
Perfect. And just so you know, we're going out there to Thursday. We're flying out there Thursday to go look at it.
I just want to, the webinar or whatever the thing is, the call that you guys shared was really excellent, by the way. My husband and I both watched it, and I think it answers most questions, but I go back and forth on this one, which is, can you just help talk through like the exit strategy, whether it's Pace deal or deals like that? When you bring in investors, like say people from this community, and it's you and Alex and the other guy that I can't remember his name, but who's the one that's helping you guys put this together. You guys are the, I get all the terminology wrong, but you're the operators. Like you're the ones that are going to go like manage it, deal with and we're just the silent investors. When it comes to the exit strategy, you proposed 5 years. Okay. The 5-year plan, who makes the decision on that? Like who's the one that makes the call on, what the exit strategy is going to be and when it's going to be?
Alex. Seriously. But it's the only reason why, there's a lot of different ways to look at it, right? Me personally, I'm not a big fan of like, here's the exit date and here's exactly what it's going to be.
Sure. Yeah. I know it's hypothetical. I mean, like
right.
you decide that down the road, right?
Yeah.
I get that.
Well, so the thing is, it's like we're all investing in real estate in these deals for cash flow, right? Okay. And so my dream is, we might sell it in a year or two, but let's go and flip that into a larger deal. And
which I get that.
Let's always flip it into larger deals and do the 1031 and save on the taxes. And so, really it's kind of just open-minded. Somebody could pay us double it in a year and maybe it does make sense to sell it. Maybe it makes sense to keep it. But ultimately our goal is to continuously trade up and have our cash in no other place than real estate. Like every other thing that I've ever invested in has not been good. And real estate's never let me down. And so it's just super open-minded. We want to cash out refi when we can. One, for the cash out, but 2, to get the better rate. And then we're just going to, keep a super open mind to like, how do we trade this up? And if somebody wanted to get out early, it's not necessarily guaranteed, but if you said, hey, I know this was a 5-year hold, but like something happened and I got to get out, we would definitely try to find a way to buy somebody out. Maybe an existing partner wanted to, maybe we were in the position to do that. But really it's just like, let's just continuously buy assets that we can keep. And everything I buy, I'm really truly thinking about giving it to my kids.
That's my whole goal with anything is making sure whatever I do that it's something that it's great for us now and can help with retirement and all those kind of fun things. But more importantly, it's like, here you go, kids. I built this. Now you get to reap the benefits. And that's I wanted to make sure that was intact too.
What was your question specifically, April? Who decides?
I just wanted to know more of the mentality, or you guys' mentality specifically, about just exit strategy and how you're looking at it. What's the, just what your approach is. That was my main question.
In short, to answer it, because everything's different, right? Like Pace Florida, the plan is to, with all the funds or syndications that we create, we're going to have to put a timeline on it solely for the SEC paperwork.
For legal purposes, right? Yeah,
that timeline will always be 10 years, most likely. And that is the timeline. Now, if it comes around 10 years from the date that we buy it and it's not a great time to sell, we might make the decision to continue to hold on. However, just the mentality portion of that, Matt and I really don't ever want to sell anything unless we can, redeploy that capital into a better deal than it is currently into. But like with Pace Florida, there's a lot of things that are unknown. Like we're buying Pace Florida for $1.45 million. If year 2, someone came to us and even though we are planning on holding it 5 to 10 years, if in year 2 someone came and said we'll pay you $5 million for it, we'd probably sell it. So there's a lot of factors that are unknown, but just know that Matt and I and any partners that we have on the GP side of things are investors in the deal as well and are considering the best possible outcome for everybody.
Awesome. That's helpful. Thank you.
But with all the properties that Matt and I own, the only time we've ever sold a property is when we were flipping it.
Yeah.
Other than that, we've never sold anything. I don't think we have.
Well, no, not we. Yeah. And then me, like before we were really working together, the only properties I've ever sold, I regret still to this day.
I feel that way too. And I'm not even an investor at the level that you are. So it's amazing.
I had an acre on East Riverside and that thing's probably worth $2 million. And I bought it for $3 million and sold it for $550. And I regret that so much. But yeah, it's getting really fun. And just to plant these seeds, like the more you guys talk to people that want to invest and want to be part of what we're doing, the better. If we get this Corpus deal, we're gonna have 36 units in Corpus, Pace, Florida, and then I've got one in Goliad that I'm working and one in Victoria, and these are all like 20-30 unit apartments, which fits right in our wheelhouse of what we do. And then really on top of that, we really want to do more retail buildings. Like it's looking like Pace. Alex just sent me a text earlier. Jason's already working on tenants to replace the existing tenants at Pace, and like good AAA plus credit and higher rent tenants. And we're like, really, it's like this is the game with retail. It's like straight up relationships. Like that's what makes it fun for ones that we're trying to buy. You drive. Guys, call on these properties as you drive by them. They're in your neighborhood. They're on the way to school or wherever you're going. And those guys that own those things, they don't know who's expanding as a retailer and what they're paying. And Jason does. And like, that's a huge value for me and Alex. We don't know that world, but he lives and breathes that. And so let's tap in. And that's to the point of the community. He brings a value. Alex brings a value. I bring a value. April, you bring a value. And the more we extract that and put that together, it becomes something that really is unmatched.
Yeah, Pace, Florida. We have Batteries Plus who wants to rent out 2,000 square feet, 20% of the building. And then right now we've got I forget what it was exactly. It's some sort of medical professional who wants to rent out one of the units or a couple of the units for his medical practice. It is.
Go real quick. I saw, or go ahead, Alex. Sorry.
Yeah, it's just a medical practitioner. So by the time that we close on this, we should have two new tenants that are going to be coming in and replacing some of the tenants that we wanted to get rid of. And so we already have someone who wants to occupy two new tenants who want to occupy 30 to 40% of the available, or well, of all the available square footage of the space. But we're going to be keeping most of these tenants, like Chick-fil-A, we want to keep, and some of the other tenants, but we want to get rid of a few of the ones that maybe are less attractive for the complex. And we're going to be replacing them with Batteries Plus and, medical practitioners.
That's fun. And ask questions on that one if you have some more still, but we'll be out there.
No, that was good. Thank you. That was just one that I wanted to get clear on from just y'all's perspective.
Yeah, long-term generational wealth. When we go out there next week, we'll be talking to brokers, property managers, contractors, the tenants, and really solidifying, because we're not like, we're 100% in, but something could happen and we could maybe back out, right? I doubt that would happen, but we're not closed yet. We're still actually going to ask for a price drop. We're just not there quite yet.
Nice.
And then on the 8plex, or go ahead, sorry.
Well, just last question, just quickly. When is the, I guess if we're going to invest, when do you need to know that by?
Like right now.
Okay.
Are you in?
Cool. Now, right now.
Right this minute now.
Well, we really do. The attorneys are finalizing all the paperwork. We have to turn in the cap table and get everything into them. So if you could try and let us know by today's Tuesday, try and let us know by Thursday at the latest.
Okay. Cool. Thanks.
Sweet. Well, we're excited. We'd love to have you on board. I think we maybe have 150 or so left if everybody follows through. We don't, they've committed, but we got to make sure. The 8plex in Corpus actually countered. So we were at 550. They were asking 575. Alex got me to lower it based on finding pace specifically. And they countered me today at 525. So that's interesting. We're not going to jump on that yet, but I'm going to keep
tell them 430.
Yeah. Well, I told them 475. And so if we could get them under 5, that'd be amazing. But then we're going to run it. As we grow what we're doing, things get more efficient and easier, but we are going to run into the same problem, which is like, we got too many deals and not enough capital. We need a full-time capital person. If anybody wants to become that or knows that, or everybody can do a little bit of that. None of us are, I really think it's a commitment, right? Like to be in front of people with money constantly. And we're just doing that with deals. So that one, we could get a significant drop to where that makes sense. But then it's like, man, we got pace, we got 36 units, and we got 8. And that's a lot to take down.
For today's call, does nobody have any calls that y'all want to make together? Anybody have any opportunities at all y'all want us to call with you? If so,
I did text my daughter did text it because she's an agent, and on the assumption the bank takes 4 to 5 months to do that. So I am still going to put an offer in of the 250, but not considering the assumption, just because I want to kind of get my feet wet to see how that feels as far as for investment purposes.
You may already know this, and if you don't, this will be good, but you may not technically have to assume the loan. You may be able to just go in and buy it subject to. keep that loan in place and not go through the formal assumption process.
Okay.
Do you know what I mean when I say that?
I do, but I don't know how to offer as a subject to. I mean, I would know how to put an offer just as a purchase for investment purposes, but as a subject to, I don't know how to do that because I would know.
Sure. So we can help you write it up on paper, but one of the best ways to do it is to not just send it like that, but to get on a phone call, explain, and kind of talk through that process with whoever the person is, the agent or the seller or whomever.
Okay. Now, even though there's a couple agents, there's a listing and a selling agent, can that still be done, or how does that work?
Yeah, I mean, the conversation needs to happen with the listing agent, really.
Okay.
Right. You're saying your daughter is representing you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
She's already got the details and stuff on it. So
like your daughter can represent us, quote unquote, right? And we can come in and help you negotiate that offer.
okay. All right. So then I'll get with you offline so you can tell me how to have that conversation with the listing agent. Is that okay?
Yeah, sure. You think
Yeah, or we can call them together, you know?
we can do it live right now?
Oh, to call her and have that conversation? Okay. What I do with her number? Okay.
No, you got no fear. I love it.
Well, yeah. I try. Okay. Let me get the other phone. Okay. All right. So I just dialed her right now, right?
Yeah, but if you can put the address or basic detail in the chat just so we can pull it up while we're talking.
Yeah. Okay. Let me do that.
We had amazing wisdom with Rick at the event. It gave me chills. Seriously. We had a lady break down crying. It was really pretty special. Rick, that was great, man.
What was the wisdom?
Man, it's what
That was a long. I was out there about 10 minutes. It's kind of long to go into it now.
We'll do it next call.
Okay.
If you're down, Rick.
Now your mother always introduces me to people and says, "Okay, Rick, give him some wisdom." It looks like Moses coming down from Mount Sinai with the 10 Commandments. So she got me a cup of coffee, and the name she put on the coffee was Moses.
Oh, that's great. Love it. All right, Raquel, you want to call?
Okay, yeah, let me go ahead and dial her here.
Raquel, who are you calling real fast? You're calling the listing agent or
I'm calling the listing agent, is that right?
Yes, but do you want us to?
Hi, Susan, give me 1 second, please. I'm sorry.
Okay.
No, you're good. Go ahead.
Okay. Hi, Susan. Sorry. Okay, do I say that I'm with you all? You all are in the, okay. Okay. Sorry, this is Raquel.
Oh yeah. Hey, Raquel.
Hi. Okay. Tiana's not available right now. So, but I do have a team of investors that work with me, or I work with them actually. And the purpose for me being interested in the property is for investment purposes. But as I looked at the property and all, what I'm considering as far as making an offer, because I could see that it does need some upgrades, to kind of, I love the home and I love the location and it's all of that. I think it's perfect. And, but, the offer that I'm thinking, that I'd like to make is about $250. I know you're asking $299, but in taking a look at some of the, some of the items that would need upgrades and just kind of tidying, making it a little tight, to just make it that much better. Kind of brings it about $250 and that's just kind of eyeballing it.
Yeah, no. I don't think they're going to go for that.
Okay.
No, I really don't.
Can you call my phone? Three-way man.
So, I don't know if you want to think about it but I'll let you know if something transpires, if it's worth you writing something up like that.
Okay.
Would that be okay? Unless you want to offer higher, because I know they're not going to go for that.
Now they're aware, of course, of some of the that the property needs some upgrading and.
Oh yeah, no, totally. But it's still, you know, they're a little bit negotiable, not like that. That's the thing.
Okay.
And that's just, you know, that's about 50,000 under asking.
Yeah. Did you?
It's only been on the market for a few days.
Okay. Did you have something to say? Yeah.
I'm sorry?
Yeah.
No, go ahead.
Hey, Raquel, ask her, hey, what do you think it's worth?
Yeah. What do you think is a good price that, or what it's worth, Susan? What after you looked at it and you listed it?
Right in the ballpark with the asking price. You know, I can't tell you what I think they would go down to, but they're not going to go down 50 grand. I can tell you that.
Okay. So what do you think? What do you think is a good offer?
Well, you're
Considering
and talk to your daughter, have her do the comp, because there are comps there, and
so
yeah,
you think that maybe you
it's
think
only been on the market just a few days.
yeah and I realize that I guess because I'm looking at it from maybe a different perspective as far as investment. Yeah, and you know, to turn around and rent it. I'm gonna, you know, I plan to keep it. I don't plan to fix it up and sell it because it is a really cute, you know, home, and again, the location is perfect. So maybe about, do you think about 265?
Do what?
265 as a sales price? Does that?
You know, I don't know if they're going to go down that much either. I mean, maybe in the 80s, possibly.
280?
Yeah, in the 80s. They just put it on the market, and I'm speaking out of term because.
Yeah.
But we do have an offer. Well, the guy hasn't followed up, but in the mid 180s right now.
You're saying mid 180s? Is that where you're referring to, the 172?
Yeah. No. Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, okay. But the difference is, he coming in with cash, or he's getting a second?
Oh, no. He's not doing the assumable business. He'd be getting a loan.
Oh, okay. But you say he's offering 180?
No.
Oh,
higher than that.
Higher than that. Okay.
Yeah.
So, but
I have no problem thinking it's not going to appraise.
Okay. But you said you say he's offering 180, but 250 is too low. Oh, I'm sorry.
Let me just tell you, he's offering 185.
185.
Yeah, and there again, my guys are probably going to counter, but the guys, it's hard to get a hold of. I don't know. This is all happening kind of fast, and it's barely on the market.
Yeah, but you're saying 180, but I'm offering 250. I'm a little confused. 280. He's offering 285. I was like, wait a minute, you don't. Okay. So he's offering about 280.
Higher than that, about 285.
Okay, about 285. Okay, so we know you're probably not going to quite get to the 300. Doesn't seem like. Yeah.
I don't. You know, I've seen stranger things happen, but I feel confident it would appraise for 290, 285.
Yeah. I don't think the appraisal is really the problem. I do think it probably would appraise. However, the repairs, I think, would help.
You want to do the updates. I understand.
Yeah. And I think pretty much, others are seeing it. That's why they're offering 280, because they probably see what I see. And all, but if I brought someone in to do an estimate of upgrades, to show the seller that we're not trying to get over, because I know usually they look at investors as they're trying to get over, but we're not.
I know, but if they've got people that will pay more than that, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's the thing.
Okay.
I know you're looking at it from an investor's point of view. I totally get it. But there are actual, people wanting to live in it that are okay.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
If that makes sense.
It does. It does make sense. Can I follow up with you like on Saturday to see where it's at and stuff? And also, okay. Okay.
And my number.
All right.
Okay, dear.
All right. Thank you, Susan. Okay. Bye-bye.
Okay, bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Sorry, Raquel. I was trying to three-way the phone call with you so we could.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
Raquel, great job. It's very fascinating. I mean, you kept pushing, you were patient,
Mhm.
but guys, you got to realize how lucky we are to have these conversations.
Mhm.
Like 1 year ago, she would have hung up on you, right? Like
Mhm.
not because it's you, because
Yeah.
we're just like, make me your offer. I don't have time. People are willing to talk.
Mhm.
I really want to encourage you guys to have some accountability for the next call or next week. Go do 5 of these a day, right? 5 of these conversations. If everybody here did 5 of these conversations a day, it would lead to massive value. Like, guys, be accountable to yourself and do that. And the only other thing, Raquel, is I would have shifted it a little bit towards building a relationship with this lady. You were talking to her for a while. Let her know more about who you are.
Mhm.
You're doing well. You know the game. You know how to be patient. But find out more about her and what she has, and say, hey, look, we're buying deals. We're investors. We're acquiring. Do you come across anything else?
Mhm.
So shift it at some point to get the 2 values out of that.
Okay.
But you can still do that with her. Follow up with her, just like I'm going to follow up with Todd tomorrow.
Okay.
And guys, 5 of these a day, please. It will be a
Okay.
tremendous amount of value.
Okay.
You kept pushing, and then you started getting a little bit of information out of her. And
Yeah.
most people don't have that conversation, and they don't realize there's an offer and what the
Mhm.
offer was.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. I appreciate the feedback.
Yeah, and a lot of these realtors are so bad. Like, I mean, they don't know like what their client's motivation is or what their client wants. We talked to a lady at the event, and I said, "What do you think the value is of the property?" And she said, "I've never really thought about the value." And I was like, oh, "Are you kidding me? You never thought about the value of your listing?" But like, that's okay. We have to acknowledge that and then like figure out how to work around that.
Mhm.
If they don't know, most agents don't ask, like, why do you want to sell? What's your motivation? Then they're not going to do a good job of solving the challenge that they have.
Mhm. Right. Right.
You did a really good job. You were patient. You had Alex blowing you up, me messaging you, and you stayed calm. So good job.
Okay. Thank you.
Apologize. I was trying to help, but you did great.
Thanks. I appreciate it. That's the first time I've done that. I can sell you a mortgage, but yeah, this part was kind of, it was a little nerve-wracking, but okay. There's adrenaline you feel though. I did.
Good. And you get better, right? Tell yourself, how can I be better? Please, Raquel, Michael, Xavier, please do 5 of these a day.
Okay.
Like you're going to get so much value out of it.
Mm-hmm.
Matt, that lady, the 12 unit, and she said, let me speak with my client, because I told her, I said, no, it's not all cash, but at 700,000, it's all cash. And she said, let me speak with my client and get back with you Thursday at the latest. I'll be traveling back to Houston tomorrow, so I'll have limited communication. Please provide proof of funds for the 700,000 and a letter of credit if you plan to do financing for the seller to review both.
Beautiful.
Is that normal?
Yeah. Hey, hold on. Listen up real quick. Ryan, what's happening, brother?
Dude, I'm actually putting some deals together today, man. It feels kind of nice.
You're putting deals together?
Yeah, somebody's got to, right?
Somebody's got. Yeah, me and you, baby.
Might as well be us, bro. So.
Dude, I'm just excited, man. I really think that you're going to be great at this, and I just wanted to touch base on it. And I'm trying to get some other people at our brokerage having these conversations, and you just kind of got to break through. But I'm really glad that you're excited about it.
Did you talk to him again?
He said he's going to call me back. He has not yet.
Okay. Well, honestly, between you and me, I really hope that works out. But if it doesn't, I mean, upward and onward.
Yep. Cool, man. Well, I'll be around. I'm glad that you are motivated to work with us. So let's go make some stuff happen.
So do you guys, well, can I pick your brain a little bit?
Yeah.
Is this a good time for you?
Yeah.
So, my marketing is not like focused on what you and I are doing right now, like at all, right? Do you guys market for this kind of stuff that we're going for right now? Like I know you teach your agent these strategies, but I'm saying like from a marketing standpoint, you guys try to bring in the consumers that have deals like this?
Yeah. I mean, we don't, probably in different ways than you do, which if we figured out what you did and catered it, I'm sure it would be great. And we should do that too. But like, we don't send out mailers, but we do on social media. We do through agents, and we have cold callers. So we do, but not like pinpointed to get in front of subject to sellers. But I feel like if you, whatever it is that you do, if you shifted that, we could probably implement the same thing, but it'd be extremely valuable. We get them through our website too. Like if you type in "sell my commercial property Austin," we'll be like number 1 or 2 on Google on the non-sponsored. So like little things like that where it will become inbound on those.
Yeah, I mean, I do a lot of mass media advertising, like radio and stuff like that. And I'm just curious. It's like, I have been kind of wondering. It's like, if I wonder what happens if you started shifting some of that mass advertising to hey, like I need my house sold immediately, like, or are you in a stressful situation and need your house now? Like, I'm wondering if that would increase the flow of people that are in this position.
Dude, absolutely. I would love it. And it definitely would. And I'd be happy to work with you on what, what things to say or what that could look like. You could do it. You could do it to agents too, right? I mean, it's like think about this. Like you've been doing this for a long time and you're finding value in working with us. Let's go get 20 more people like that as well that are already plugged in.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm following you. Well, do you think this deal is dead with him?
I don't know because he hadn't called me. We'll know after we talk though, for sure.
Yeah. How many deals like this are you doing a month?
Probably like 4 to 5, and then we get 1 or 2 big ones every 2 months.
And how much would we cash flow? Like, for example, let's say we do this. What are we cash flowing a month off of a deal like this? It's only a couple $100, right?
Yeah, 300.
Mm-hmm. You just stack them up.
Yeah, I mean, we get 10 of them. We got 3,000.
No, thank you. Appreciate it. Well, okay, Matt. All right. Well, let's see what we can do, man.
All right, man. I appreciate you, dude. Call me anytime.
All right. Thanks, man.
Later. So, like, guys, let's get more agents like that. That guy's been selling real estate in Temple for 10 years, and he's one of the best agents. And you see how he's all excited about this. Like, let's just have more of these conversations. Timberly, she might have walked away. Timberly, just loop me in on that email with her, and I'll bring in a lender, or I can show her whatever she needs.
Okay, cool. I will.
If you can, put all the details of the property on that email.
With her on it?
Yeah, just attach them so like I can see it. Or you can send them separately to me if you want.
Yeah, okay, I'll send it separately.
Cool. All right, guys, what else? My kid just got home, but I'm here, or we can get out of here. Hopefully this inspired you a little bit.
Hey, Matt, I'm in the dark, somewhat figuratively. But I do find all the stuff you're talking about kind of inspiring. Everything can be salesy to a degree, and just making out the calls is good. Like for me, it's easy to get stuck behind the computer working, but if you're not selling or learning or providing value to people, it's really hard to get there. But yeah, thanks for everything, Matt. And just for those who are kind of curious about real estate values, that I thought was kind of cool was a Zillow book I dropped in the chat it's from Amazon. It's pretty good on the data side of things. And I love the feedback that Alex and you all give on deals.
Love it, man. Thanks for sharing that. All right, so who's gonna take action? Timberly, I already know you're gonna do 5 at least. Raquel, can you do 5 more of those calls a day?
I am. Mm-hmm.
Rob, can we get you to commit to 5 calls a day?
Yeah, I'll do 5.
My man. And guys, I'm trying to make the number low here. I should be saying 50 at least. Rick, you in on?
Timberly's doing 100 calls a day.
Yeah,
100 conversations.
but like five's good, right? 5 good conversations. You're not rushing through it. You're going to do it. Rick, can we get you to do 5?
I did 3 so far. I'll do 2 more before I call it a day.
All
I
right.
would say I've gotten a pretty good return on the 100 that I do. Like I've been getting like 70 to 75% pretty immediately when I call. And if they don't respond, they respond later that evening with an email or a voicemail.
Store their number every single time. Always follow up. Good job, Timberly. Michael, can we get you to do 5? Yes, sir. Xavier, you got to do 15 at least. You're what?
Xavier's got to do like.
Man, I'm already doing 20, 25. I need to crank it up to 50.
Yeah, you're 18, dude. Come on now.
Hey, this might be somewhat fun for Xavier since he's doing some and he's the analyst. Using the paperclip technique. The paperclip technique is very, very solid.
Okay, PPC, Xavier, we want you to look into that and have a full report by Monday.
Okay.
Good job, Rob. Cade, 5 a day, you in?
Yeah, I'll shoot for 20 a day.
I'm in. Emmanuel? Andy?
Yes, of course.
Of course. David, you're already doing it, I'm sure. Matthew Grimes?
Already on it.
On it. Let's
And
go, baby.
I told Timberly she was at the office. I'm ready to go cold call with her. Let's knock them out. Let's do 200.
Dude, she's already doing it, Xavier.
I'll be there tomorrow. Come on.
All right.
I got to go to the house for a little bit tomorrow, but I'll be there.
I don't know, Xavier. I don't think you can keep up, bro. All right, guys, let's get it. Come on. Let's hustle. Let's build. Let's support each other. We appreciate you guys. God bless y'all. Hope you have a good evening.
Later, man. Have a good night.